Hey, it's Tuck. I just wanted to kind of make a video about myself because the last one I did wasn't directly involved with my transition. So I'm at home right now. Trying to find a secluded area where I get to sit and talk to my phone for a few minutes is different because I live back at home with my parents and my brother and with a dog and a bird. So it's a full house from the one-bedroom apartment I had by myself, but life is finally getting better. There were so many times throughout the last few months that I wanted to make a video, to rant, or to just, with all the negative things going on, I was so tempted to do that, but I just didn't want to. There's so many other ways that I could have put that negative energy, like, I didn't hold it in, like, not what I did, but I just didn't feel like making videos because a lot of shitty things were going on. So I wanted to wait until something good came up. So life is finally getting better. I'm working my work clothes because I work in a few hours. So I have a job. I have some kind of income. It's my 11 months on T tomorrow. So I was actually just looking through my camera where I have this project where about in March, I started doing a photo a day, or I missed a few days, let's be honest, but for the most part, I was really consistent with it, and it's been going really well. So tomorrow is a pretty big day. It's my 1 week with no meat. I decided to try a vegetarian diet for a month, and it's the first week, and it's getting easier. And today is only the 11th, so in about 11 more days, so almost in 2 weeks, I'll be 2 months sober. So that's really cool. I've been doing much better with that, and I've just been getting a lot of positive feedback from people, with the move being really tough and just getting adjusted and just a lot of things going on in my life. It was not easy, and I'm not afraid to admit that it was really hard, but things are getting better, and I'm glad that I can make a positive video, and that things are going really well, because I wasn't sure how the move would be, but stuff with family is really good. My nephew is like the cutest thing ever, and he's not surprisingly, but he's been the biggest support for me being at home, because he doesn't really remember me, because he's only 3, he's turning 4 next month. So he doesn't really remember me before my transition, so that's really cool, because the other day at the breakfast table we were sitting and I was eating, and he just latches on to me like he's my little sidekick, and he was sitting there, and he was like, "You're a boy," and I was like, "Yeah, so are you," and we kind of just agreed, and we went about eating our breakfast, and things like that are really cool, and him and I get along really well, and stuff with, even just with my mom and with the rest of my family, they're all making a really big effort, which is super cool, and like, I always knew they supported me, but moving home and actually making the adjustment and being around all the time and working out the little tweaks of being at home and around family, it's working out really well. And I joined a ringette team, so I'm back playing after 5 years of not playing, so that's awesome. It's going to help me hopefully get in shape and lose some of this gut that I've got going on. So that's really good. It's keeping me busy, and it was something to do, and it's a good way to socialize without that drinking aspect that I'm trying to avoid. But that's getting easier also, just going out and being in social settings and getting out and doing stuff and being open about it, where I've been offered quite a few free drinks while at home, and it's just, I don't want them. So life is good, and I'm really excited to be working and to paying off some debt, and just keeping busy. Like yesterday, I had the greatest epiphany yesterday, and trying to keep this video short, but basically, at my new job, I'm just Tuck, and I'm he and his, and there's no explaining. There is zero explaining. I don't even know if my bosses know. Like, it only came up once where online, when I was filling out some stuff, it said gender, and I was like, do I have to enter my legal gender? And she was like, put in whatever you want. So she just didn't even bat an eye at that, and Everybody at work is really cool, and it's just, for the first time ever, there's no explaining. There's no, like, just my whole life backstory. Like, I'm out and I'm proud, but yesterday was, like, such a high that I, for once, in a job setting and just in life in general, I have that ease. I don't have to explain myself, and it's just, I made the realization yesterday that this is how most cisgendered people go through their daily life, and this is a normal thing for them. And it blew my mind that I was so happy and I was so excited, and it took 23 years for this one day, which was yesterday, where I made this realization, and I worked so hard for it, and it's such a, like, I will never take it for granted. I will never, ever, ever take for granted the steps I've taken, and all the good and the bad and everything that led up to life right now, where how excited I was yesterday just to go into a job and to just do a good job and learn and be around people and to just be perceived how I want. And it never fully clicked in that this would be something that would happen so soon, and to just actually experience it for the first time in my life, where nothing's questioned. I don't have to explain anything. My general appearance, it's a pretty, like, dressy. Like, I have to wear, I have to cover all my tattoos. I flip my septum up, and just, like, there's really nothing that gives me away. But it was definitely, hands down, the coolest thing ever, and it just blew my mind how that's a regular thing for people. And I'd never thought about it because it didn't affect me directly, but now that things are getting so much easier and I'm not even a year in, it just blew my mind, and I couldn't be happier.